Good morning, all of you. Can you hear me?
Good morning, sir. We can hear you.
Okay.
স্যার একটা রিকোয়েস্ট ছিল আর কি স্যার।
হ্যাঁ, শুনছি বলো।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, বলছি বাইনারি অ্যাডিশনের যে নোটসটা আপনি গ্রুপে দিয়েছিলেন, হয়তো ওটা আমি পাচ্ছি না, আর একবার একটু গ্রুপে পাঠাতে পারবেন?
হ্যাঁ, পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছি। দাঁড়াও, বাইনারি অ্যাডিশন নোটস। এই নোটসের কথা বলছো? এই
স্যার
নোটসটার কথা
সরি স্যার,
বলছো?
সরি স্যার, এটার আগেরটা স্যার, এটার আগেরটা।
এইটা?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, হ্যাঁ স্যার, এটা পাঠিয়ে দিন তো। থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার, পেয়েছি স্যার।
ঠিক আছে।
গুড মর্নিং স্যার। স্যার বলছি, আমার একটা প্রশ্ন ছিল, জিজ্ঞেস করবো স্যার?
হ্যাঁ, বলো।
স্যার বলছি, আগের দিন ওই যে বাইনারি সাবট্রাকশন শেখালেন না, ও
ইয়েস।
ওখানটায় আমরা 4 - 6 একদম লাস্টে করেছিলাম না স্যার?
হ্যাঁ।
ওইখানটায় 4 এর বাইনারি হচ্ছে 100, আর 6 এর -6 হচ্ছে আমার 010 আসছিল একদম লাস্টে। আর আমার যে লাস্টের উত্তরটা তৈরি করলাম ওই টু কমপ্লিমেন্ট করে, ওখানেও 0 1 0 এলো। তাহলে আমি আমি যখন করছি 4 - 6 = -2, তখন কম্পিউটার এরকম ভাবে ওটাকে রিডিং নিচ্ছে যে 1 0 0 + 0 1 0 = -0 1 0।
না, আরেকবার বলো কি বললে?
স্যার বলছি, আগের দিন আমরা ওই 4 - 6 করেছিলাম না,
হুম।
ওই 4 - 6 যখন করেছিলাম, 4 কে বাইনারিতে যখন এনেছিলাম, তখন আমাদের এসেছিল 1 0 0। আর -6 কে আমরা ওয়ান কমপ্লিমেন্ট বা টু কমপ্লিমেন্ট যখন করেছিলাম, তখন এসেছিল 0 1 0।
হুম।
তাহলে এটা কম্পিউটার এরকম ভাবে রিডিংটা নিচ্ছে যে 1 0 0 + 0 1 0 = -2 -2 যখন বের করেছিলাম টু কমপ্লিমেন্ট করে, তখনও উত্তর বেরিয়েছিল 0 1 0।
ওকে, ওকে, আই আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড হোয়াট ইউ আর
এবার
ট্রাইং টু
তাহলে
সে।
দুটোই তো একই রকম হয়ে গেল,
হ্যাঁ,
সেটাই আমার প্রবলেম হচ্ছে, তাহলে
ওকে,
আলাদা কিভাবে?
okay, I'm telling you. Okay, so before starting with the today's content, can you see the window?
Yes, sir, we
Yes,
can
sir.
see it.
Okay, now I am writing 2. Okay, so when we convert it into 2, so this is 1 0, right?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
if I taking as for the 8-bit representation, so before there will be 6 zeros, right? This is equivalent to 2 in 8-bit representation. Now if I writing to -2, what will be the -2? Is 2's complement up to, is it correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
Yes, sir.
correct.
Now if I convert it to 2's complement, then what we get? 0 1.
Rest are also on.
Now computer will not working with 2-bit or 4-bit or even 8-bit. I am taking some higher bit for demonstrating you. So what you actually get here after converting into 2 from the -2, we are getting that this one. But if you only take this reading, you may encounter with that similar thing. But actually the things will not happen in this way. There will be rest of the left bits are also available. Now tell me which one is the sign bit. For here this is the sign bit and this is the sign bit. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This signifies 0 means ki I have already told when sign bit is 0 we have a positive number, and if sign bit is 1 will be the negative number. So I have already told that the sign magnitude concept will be reserved in 2's complement form. Now you got the idea how the computer recognize the +2 and -2.
Yes, sir.
So 2's complement is the most promising method where two things: one, sign magnitude is preserved, and number two is +0 equals to -0. That is important. So that's why all the digital system uses 2's complement form to represent the negative number for these two reasons. Okay, done, Taleb?
স্যার, আমার আমার প্রশ্নটা ছিল স্যার, আমার ওই প্রশ্নটা ছিল যে আমার তাহলে 0 1 0, যখন 6 কেও 0 1 - 6 কেও 0 1 0 দিয়ে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করলাম, আর -2 কেও 0 1 0 দিয়ে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করলাম, তাহলে -6 আর -2 এর মধ্যে পার্থক্য কি?
কেন তুমি বলো, টু, এটা টু, তাই তো? তুমি
হ্যাঁ
বলো
স্যার,
টুকে আমি কি লিখবো, বলো টুকে আমি কি লিখবো?
2 কে কি
Tell me.
লিখবো? স্যার প্রথমে
বলো
1 0।
1 0 লিখলাম, দেন কি করবো?
হুম। আর 0 অ্যাড করে দেবো যখন লাগবে, লেফট
আচ্ছা
সাইডে।
আমি 0 অ্যাড করলাম, ঠিক আছে, নেক্সট।
আর কিছু লিখবো না।
এবার নেক্সট কি করবো বলো? -6 না কি সব বলছিলে বলো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, আমি বলছিলাম 4 - 6 স্যার।
আচ্ছা 4
স্যার
6
4 কে,
করলাম, ঠিক আছে।
হুম,
4 মানে কত?
হ্যাঁ স্যার,
1 0 0।
4 1 0 0।
আর
Sorry to
6 is
interrupt,
1।
sir. Some of the students are trying to join, sir.
Okay, one student. Okay. So 4 minus 6. 4 is 100. 6 is 110. So 4 I will keep it as it is because it is a positive value. 6 I am converted into 2's complement. What I get? 0,
ওটা
1,
তখন 1
right? Now tell me next. What's
আমি অ্যাড
the
করি।
okay? Add 0, 1, 0. So 0, 1, 1, right? So no carry.
The 2's
So
complement 2.
if no carry, we have to make this complement, and what we get? 0, 1, 0. And when I am converting it to decimal, I have to put a negative sign because here I have complemented the result. Complemented the result means it will be in the negative form. Next, what you want to say?
স্যার আমার প্রশ্নটা হচ্ছে স্যার, এই নেগেটিভ টু কেও কম্পিউটার রিডিং নেয় 010, আর নেগেটিভ 6 কেও রিডিং নেয় 010, তাহলে কম্পিউটারটা -2 আর -6 কি এক?
I have already told that computer will not using 3-bit representation. It will use more than 3-bit in 32-bit. You just do by in your copy by using 32-bit. -2 is going to be represented, has been stored here, and when we have
সৌরদীপ তোর
converted
মাইকটা
this
অফ কর না রে।
হ্যাঁ নিশ্চয়ই।
স্যার এগুলো তো আগে বুঝিয়েছেন, রোজ দিনই একই প্রশ্ন যদি কেউ করে যায় ক্লাসটা তো ডিলে হয়ে যাচ্ছে স্যার
okay.
আমাদের।
প্রবলেম হচ্ছে, আমি কিছু করতে পারবো না তা।
স্যারকে ফোন করে নাও সৌরদীপ, আমরা সবাই ওয়েট করছি।
wait. নিজেদের মধ্যে ঝামেলা করো না, wait. দেখো 6টাকে তুমি যখন লিখছো, I have already told that 110, এখানে তুমি 5খানা 0 নাও, 5টা 0 নিয়েছো। এবার যখন -6 করবে, this is +6, when we do -6, what is the result? 0, 1, 0, all is going to be 1. So if you take the whole 32-bit reading, then these two differs. You are only checking first 3. You are only checking these first 3 and try to conclude that both are same.
ওকে স্যার,
But
ওকে
both
স্যার।
are not same because there will rest of the bits are available. I am repeatedly time saying that computer does not work with 3-bit. For your understanding, I am taking the small bit example. Understood?
না স্যার, এবার ক্লিয়ার
If you
হয়েছে আমার হ্যাঁ,
if that you take that if you just compare side by side with this whole 32-bit pattern, you can get a pattern difference. Definitely, otherwise how two numbers will be equal? Okay, so I hope it's clear now. Introduction to programming. Today's discussion topic will be introduction to programming. Now I have already told that we have two types of programming. One is the high level and low level. Mainly programming is differentiated into two categories. One is high level programming language, another is the low level programming language. These are the two. Okay, so for our course, few high level programming are being there. Okay, so out of them, what we will learn in the entire BTech course, according to the, I am talking about the Macau syllabus first. In your syllabus, if you are in the CSE background or even you are non-CSE, so C programming, Python, C++, Java. These are the major 4 languages we will learn. Out of them, C and Java is common for all trade, all discipline, whereas Python and C++ is included only for the CSE. Okay, these are the total 4. Now, if out of them C is an procedural programming language. Procedural. What is procedural? You will learn in the later semester. Procedural programming language. And out of these three are object-oriented programming language. Object-oriented programming. Okay. Now, these two basic difference between the procedural and object-oriented because based on the methodology of the program. Let's say you are solving a problem. Okay. You are solving a mathematical problem. There will be many approaches are being there to solve a problem. One is the arithmetic solving problem. One is the algebraic problem solving methodology. Another one is the trigonometric problem solving ability. So you can adapt any of them to solve a particular problem. Similar here, procedural programming language and object-oriented programming language are different to each other. Now, if you want to say that which one is better, at your standard, it is very difficult to understand to you that what are the difference between these two. But if you can say me that which one is better, so always object-oriented programming language is better because it is being widely used by the industries and also it is having lot of advantages over the procedural programming language. Now you can say me that why the procedural programming language still is exist in the industry or the still exist in the academic because of procedural programming language is the base. If you are talking about a compiler, if you are talking about a system programming, so this programming will not be done by the object-oriented programming. It is done by the procedural programming languages. So operating system, OS, Windows. Windows is a popular operating system. 95% of computers will run by Windows. And if you are talking about that, by using the Python, can you develop the operating system of any type of operating system? The answer is no. So in that cases, you have to rely on the procedural programming languages. Now in your next semester, the syllabus is on C. So I will just introduce something on the C today. So who has invented the C? Dennis Ritchie. The person behind the programming language is Dennis Ritchie. What is the first program is run? So I am writing something that who invented C programming language. The person is Dennis Ritchie. Where he have developed in Bell Laboratory. In Bell Laboratory, the first time C was developed. In which year? In 1972. Okay. Now, if we are writing the any programming language, what are the two things? So any programming language will take three things. One is the input. Second one is the process or the processing. And third one is the output. Now, if you want to be a good programmer, you have to good in mathematics. This is eternally true. Okay, if you want to be a good programmer, you have to be good in mathematics because whatever the program you will write, there will be underlying mathematics behind that. Let's say if I want to, let's say your problem is calculate the area of a circle. If you want to calculate the area of a circle, tell me what will be the input and what will be the output first.
R will be input.
Sir, the
The
input will be the
radius of a
radius.
circle is the input, right? Input,
Yes, sir.
output. So input is our radius, output is our area, right? To get the output from radius, we need to help a formula. We need to solve the formula. What is the formula? Pi r square. Pi is 22 divided by 7 into radius into radius. Okay. Now, this is the computation will be performed inside the computer's ALU or arithmetic and logic unit. Okay. Now, after that, the value need to be stored because the result, where you store the result. In case of, in our mathematics, after that, I have writing that 14.4 based on the radius value. But this 14.2 or whatever the result will be generated, where the result will be stored, that is the question. So here, in any programming language, we will write in this way, area. Now what is the logic? Whatever the computation will be there, that will be assigned to inside area. And if I take the reading of that area, I will get our desired value. So what are the things? I have again repeat, radius is the input. Without radius, you cannot calculate the area. So radius should be the input. After that, you need to formulate based on the syntax of the programming language. I am making asterisk, right? Here I am making asterisk. I am not writing this one. I am writing asterisk. Because in C programming, the multiplication sign, if you are talking about the regular multiplication sign that you have used in your mathematics, this will be the x, not the multiplication sign. So how you can multiply two numbers? You have to write the asterisk instead of a, instead of cross. In cross, computer understand is small x or capital X, not the multiplication sign. So multiplication sign here asterisk. So 90% of the programming languages uses multiplication sign as asterisk. Okay. So this is the way. So what is the idea for saying everything is that you need to first do a pen and paper job before proceeding to the computer, because computer is not smart. Whatever you will do the framework into the computer, computer will work on your framework. Computer cannot do by its own. Computer only follow your instruction. So if you have mislead or if you put some instruction to the computer, so what you get as a return, you will return as a garbage. So you will get an output. Your program will be running, you will get an output, but what you actually get, you will get a garbage. So your program will be wrong. So sometimes students have a concept that if I give something the computer, if the program runs, that I am okay. So there is a problem in the computer. So it will be happen in previous lot of years that student cannot find the correct output and student is claiming that computer is wrong. My program is running, so how I can be wrong? Computer may be wrong. So actually the problem is that student to formulate the problem to the computer, or he has put some wrong information. So that's why computer gives some garbage. What is garbage? Garbage means if we not get the desired thing, we can say that is the garbage. If our output should come 10 and instead of 10 it is coming 20, so we can say that this is the garbage output. Output is there, but it is garbage. So what you need to do, first need to formulate everything from the problem. So when you do some mathematical problem, because of the in the next semester you will write program. So whatever your physics problem, whatever your mathematical problem you will solve in your current semester, you have to think something that if I want to formulate it, if I want to solve by the computer, then what are the need to put to the computer as an input, and where to store the output and how to display the output. If you can get idea in this fashion, I think you will be good in programming. And 90% is your concept to formulate or to frame the problem to the computer, and 10% is the syntax. If you know the syntax, you can do the programming, but 90% is your intelligence to frame the problem to the computer. Understood or not what I am trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
okay, so today most of you have come, and I have just received there has to be a test in 14th, right? In 14th,
Yes, sir.
you have a
Yes,
test.
sir.
So I am
Yes,
telling
sir.
you the
Sir.
test procedure. The test procedure will having a multiple choice question. So there will be total 25 questions. Okay, total 25 questions. Actual is that 5 plus 10, total 15 question. Okay, 5 question having 1 marks each, and remaining 10 question will be 2 marks. So total we will get 25 marks as an weightage of the examination. So 2 marks question also be the MCQ, but you have to click the MCQ before some operation you need to do, like the binary subtraction if I give it. So before choosing the right option, you have to perform the mathematics in your pen and paper, then go for the right choices. The things will be happen inside in the Google form and in this time of the examination. Now few things I need to say to you. First thing is that in 14th is the quiz day, right? Quiz day probably the classes is from 2:30 to 3:20, if I am not wrong. Yes or no? Just check and confirm. In quiz day, my classes is from
Yes,
2:30 to 3:20.
yes, sir.
So I will give you the link. You will join the Google Meet session. I will give you the link to 2:40. 2:40 I will give you the link. So before 10 minutes before you have to join the class, and the link will be valid. One thing which is very important, link will be valid up to 3:20. After that, if 3:21 if you are going to submit, your form will not going to submit. The form will be automatically closed by the server. I will do that setting that you will submit the form on or before 3:20, not the beyond on that time. So what you actually get, you will get a 40 minutes of time.
Hello, sir.
Tell me.
হ্যালো
I am listening. Go ahead.
স্যার, আরেকবার একটু বলুন না, মানে নেটওয়ার্ক একটু পুয়ার হওয়ার জন্য মানে শোনা যাচ্ছে না ঠিক, মানে জি হয়ে যাচ্ছে।
So total examination time is 40 minutes. So exam will be start from 2:40 precisely and will be automatically closed by 3:20. So what you get, you have a previous experience of Google form, I hope so. If you not, I am telling you, there is a form and there will be total 15 question will be there, and at the end of each question you will see 4 different answers or options. You have to click one of them. There is no negative mark. Your form will be activated from 2:40 and will be automatically closed by 3:20. I am not going to close it. When the timer will in the Indian Standard Time, when it will be goes to 3:20, it will be automatically closed. Okay. So after closing, I will not
Sir,
expected to hear from you that I am just clicking. My network connection is very poor, because in 25 marks, I think it requires to less than 30 minutes to complete. So you have an additional 10 minutes to submit. Okay, tell me what you are trying to say.
Sir, is the paper is automatically submitted or I am when I am submit then it's submitted.
No, no, no.
I
You
mean
have to click the submit button. This is not an SSC type of examination. This is a free Google form. So there will be no option that automatic submit.
Okay, sir.
All the changes will be discarded if you don't submit in this time frame. So I think in that exam day, that is the 14th of this month, I don't think that you will ask some question related to the exam. One thing, if by mistake one question will be wrong, then you will get marks on that question. If you think that the question is wrong, whether you have submitted or whether you have given the wrong option, it doesn't matter, you will get the marks if the question is wrong. But never raise any type of chaos at that examination time that this question is wrong. If question is wrong, that will be judged by the end of the examination, not the during the examination. These are the few things you have to remember. Okay, so this is the total exam procedure. I think it is clear to you. And exam link will not be shared in the Google and in the WhatsApp group. It will be shared on the meeting chat in the Google Gmeet chat. Okay, not in the WhatsApp group.
স্যার
Tell me.
স্যার এই 25 মার্কের এক্সামটা কি শুধু কম্পিউটারের উপরেই হবে?
না, প্রত্যেকটা সাবজেক্টে যে যা পড়ায়, মানে যিনি যে সাবজেক্ট পড়ান সেই সাবজেক্টের উপর পরীক্ষা হবে। ঠিক আছে?
ওকে হ্যাঁ।
ঠিক আছে, so now talking about some programming terms. So now this is the way we will formulate the program. Now next comes to the important things, that where the two part of the program, one is the code part, another is the data part. What is your data? Data is an just a minute. Hello. Okay, code and data. What is your code? Code is your, as the previous example, 22/7 into R into R. This is your code. And what is your data? Data is the R and area or A. So what is R? R is the input data. R is the input data, whereas A is the output data. So your input and output stored in some of the data part. And what is the code part? Code part is nothing but the operations. In this simple problem, there is only single operations. But when you have solved the a complex problem, you will get some multiple operations. So operations is your code. And what is your data? Data is two types, input data and output data. Based on the input and output data, you have to select some names. So these are the names of the data by which we can call. Now, what is value? Another one is the value. What is value? Value is the literals of data. Value is the literals of data. What is literals? Now talking about the literals, there will be different types of literals. The literals word is first time you may heard, but the things you know that what is literals. 1 liter. What? Tell me. One is the integers literals. No, token is different. Token is not literals. Integer literals, real literals, character literals, and string literals. So there are 4 different
Sir, are you basically
types of
saying
literals.
the data types?
Data types is different. Literals is the values. Okay, so what is integers? You can take -10, -50, any natural number, 1, 2, 3. These are the under the integer literals. Now in the real literals means decimal numbers, 10.5, -2.3. So these are the literals. What is character literals? Characters are the
Sir,
single
sir, are the real
digit.
literals similar to floats?
Yes, float আমি আসছি, ঠিক আছে, আমি বলছি float কি আর literal ডিফারেন্স কি। What is character? Character may be 0, maybe hash, maybe 1, maybe a, maybe capital J, maybe small y. All the symbols of the keyboards is present right away in your hand or in any computer, in your mobile keyboard, that are separately a character. You cannot say that star has is a character. You cannot say star has is a character. They are, you can say that star and has are two characters, but you cannot say that combinedly star has is a character. Okay, so character means a single entity or a single symbol, not a joint symbol. Whereas strings are basically a sequence of character. So GMIT is a string because it consists 4 characters. A is also a string. 0 is also a string. Has is also a string. India is also a string. Let's say G01Z. It is also a string. So now tell me one thing. You may have problem that I am telling 0 as a string, also 0 as a character as well as 0 as a string. So how computer can understand that this 0 is a character and this 0 is a string? So we have an option to distinguish between a string and character. The characters are always enclosed by a single quote. Each of the characters always enclosed by a single quote. So this is common for every programming, okay? Whereas the strings are being enclosed by double quotes. Strings are enclosed by double quotes. So in this way, we can distinguish a single character string and a single character. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is data type? So literals is the values, okay, which is a raw input. That means if you put radius as 5, that will be a value. That will be a literals. Which literals? Precisely integer literals. If you put radius as 5.7, this is also literals, but precisely it is a real literals. Now, what is data type? Data type is not related with the mathematics. Data type is related with the programming. So what is data type? For each of the literals, to store each of the literals, we should have understand the computer that which one is integer, which one is real, which one is character, which one is string. So to understand the computer, we have to write that int as an integer, float or double, যে কোনো একটা আমি একটাই লিখছি, float as an real, char as an character, and string is different in C and Java because of these things, so I am not interested to discuss the string. So I am only discussing the integer, float and char. Now if I write int a equals to 10, this is the correct syntax for C. If I write float b equals to 20.3, if I write char x equals to hash, so we have to this. So these are the 3 correct syntax in C. So what are the 3 things signifies? Now what is integer? This is data type. This is data type. What is a? A is variable. What is 10? 10 is the literals. Now what is variable? What is variable? By the name suggests, the variable cannot store the constant values. So you are writing that int a equals to 10. After that, if you write a equals to 20, that is okay, because a is a variable. Literal's value can be varied. It did not take the constant values throughout the program. Okay, so now I hope you are getting me to say what is data type, what is variables, and what is literals. Don't say that data types and literals are same, variables and data types are same. So they each and everything is different. And there is an additional thing that is equals to. What is equals to? Equals to is the operator. Equals to is the operator, right? So together, if we say together data type, variable, operator, and literals, if we together or combine them all, what will become? That will become a statement. That will become a statement. So by the English word, when we have verbs, articles, preposition, that will make an entire sentence. And in programming, each statement will consist of a data type, variable, operator, literals, and also the last thing I forget to mention, that is the semicolon. The semicolon is a special symbol used as terminator. Semicolon is terminator. Terminator. Terminator means that will be the end of the statement. How you can ensure that that will be the end of the statement? Through some terminator. Now one student have told about the word token. Token. So token means the small portion, a small portion that cannot be divisible further. That will be the token, like our human cell. Cell is the unit of our body. We cannot go beyond the cell. So cell is the last small thing. So token means each of the thing is considered as a token. Float is a token, variable is a token, operator is a token, literals is a token, this is a token. So all is token. B কে তুমি কি আর ভাঙতে পারবে? B কে কি ভেঙে দুটো করতে পারবে? হ্যাঁ কি না?
না স্যার।
So B is a token. So token is means if you separate or if you break the entire code, what you the atomic thing you will get, that will be your token. So I hope you cleared the idea about the data type, variable, literals, and terminator, and also the operator. Operator operates. So how this equals to becomes an operator? Because it operates 10 to store inside A. So this is the work of the operator. And what is the name of the operator? Assignment operator. The name is assignment operator.
এটার এবার একটু বলবেন
So,
স্যার, শুনতে পেলাম না এই নেটওয়ার্কের জন্য।
A
স্যার অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট
equals to
অপারেটরটা যেটা বললেন।
A equals to 10 means 20 will be assigned inside A. Who will assign? The equals to sign will assign 20 inside A. So it equals to becomes assignment operator. Okay?
হ্যাঁ
So
স্যার, বুঝতে পেরেছি।
that means every character is a token.
Yes, every character is a token when it will used in programming, not in the keyboard.
Okay, sir.
So tomorrow is the last class. Tomorrow I will introduce some more expression, more statements, more expressions in the introduction of the C programming. And based on the what I have talked in the last 7 or 8 classes will be the examination syllabus. No question will be asked outside what I have said, but question may be asked what outside what I have write, because I have in the very first day I have told I will tell many things, but I will write 40% or 50% of this. রেকর্ডিং করা আছে, রেকর্ডিং গুলো সবার দেওয়া আছে। একটা স্টুডেন্ট আমাকে চেয়েছিল, সে বোধহয় পরে জয়েন করেছে, আমি আজকে তাকে পাঠিয়ে দেবো। জাস্ট লেট মি নো।
Sir,
Anish Chetri, Anish Chetri are present here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will send you the all the links along with the class notes, okay, by today.
Yes, sir.
sir, বলছি যে আমাদের কম্পিউটার আবার কোন সেমিস্টারে আছে? ফার্স্ট সেমিস্টারে তো নেই দেখলাম।
Second semester, all the discipline having computer, the subject name is programming for problem solving. The actual content is C. C will be taught inside the programming for problem solving subject.
মানে স্যার আমাদের
In
যখন
second
সেমিস্টার শুরু হবে তাহলে শুধু কি 3টে ক্লাস হবে?
কি আরেকবার
3টে
বলো?
সাবজেক্ট, মানে আমাদের যখন সেমিস্টার শুরু হবে, যে এই মঙ্গলবার পরীক্ষা হবে, তখন কি 3টে করে ক্লাস হবে?
না, তোমাদের অ্যাকচুয়ালি মানে ক্লাস কবে থেকে শুরু হচ্ছে? 17 তারিখ বলেছে তো।
সেটা কিছু বলেনি, আমাদের খালি বলেছে যে পরীক্ষাটা মঙ্গলবার হবে আর কি।
পরীক্ষাটা মঙ্গলবার হবে, আচ্ছা। যে দেখো তোমাদের মঙ্গলবার যে মানে যে রুটিনটা দেওয়া আছে তাতে তো কটা 5টা না 6টা করে ক্লাস আছে প্রতিদিন।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
5টা।
এই রুটিনটা থাকবে না, এর পরিবর্তে একটা অ্যাকচুয়াল রুটিন হবে, যেটা তোমাদের মানে সিলেবাস অনুযায়ী রুটিন হবে সাবজেক্ট ওয়াইজ। সেখানে মেবি 4টে ক্লাসও থাকতে পারে, 5টাও থাকতে পারে, ইট বেসড আপন দ্য ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন। আর এমনি সি ক্লাস সপ্তাহে 4টে করে হয়। সেকেন্ড সেমিস্টারে যখন সি পড়বে, সেরকম আমাদের যেরকম কম্পিউটার সপ্তাহে 5টা ক্লাস করছো এরকম 50 মিনিট করে,
হ্যাঁ।
তো সেইটা 4টে ক্লাস হবে সপ্তাহে। টোটাল বোধহয় 50টা ক্লাস হয় টোটাল সেমিস্টার।